everybody, I hope you are doing good. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for the continuous love. I really love you so much and I really appreciate you guys. I mean, like, coming back to this channel means so much to me. You may not know, but it means so much to me. I mean, like, I'm growing this from zero. I know in few months time I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna be like, okay, that was good. For the fact that you didn't give up, it was absolutely good. You know, I had like targets. I had set my target straight beginning of this year to say that by the end of this year, I should be on 1K subscribers and this channel should be monetized. And by the look of things, yeah, at one point I kind of like slacked. I stopped uploading as much as I used to, and this morning actually, I was going through the footage that was in some of my cameras and I realized that there's just a lot that I didn't upload. I would shoot every week, but then I wouldn't upload. And then now that content is not relevant anymore, I've changed apartments. A lot of things that was going on at that time is not as relevant as it is right now. So I decided to delete all of those footages. Yeah, it may be a hard pill to swallow, but then yeah, I deleted most of them. And when I was looking into them, I was like, yo, like, you know, when you look at something and then you still cringe. Yeah, that was me. And I'm being honest with you right now. So yeah, we're just gonna continue living our life. I have my academics that are having me on chokehold, baby. But yeah, we're gonna push through, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna push through. Yeah, yesterday I managed to clean the apartment like every day. Like, I've not cleaned this space in I don't know how long because I've been in and out. The only thing that I've been doing is to sweep. I've been sweeping, but cleaning with water, I've not been doing that. So yesterday I managed to do that. I washed the dishes. Did I wash the dishes yesterday or the other day? No, actually I washed the dishes the other night. Yeah, when I cooked, yeah. So yesterday I washed, I cleaned, and then also rearranged stuff. So things were not as you see right now. They were arranged in another manner, man, because this couch was not where it is right now. But then, and also those two chairs, they do not have a place right now because I'm still waiting to buy a dining table, of which I wonder, you see that mini dining table? That's the dining table that I'm looking for, but then I'm not finding the color that I want. I'm finding this kind of a color and the other one that's kind of like lighter than this. I want something darker. So that's even if it's black, I'd rather go for black than any other color right now. That's what I'm looking for. And then when it comes to the arrangements, I'm cool with them. I love the arrangements. So I was not even able to use the kitchen for like a month and going to 2 months because this machine, there was a machine, the washing machine was right here. You see where I'm sitting right now? That's where the washing machine was. And yesterday I arranged that it gets moved to where it should be in its compartment. So it got moved yesterday. So now I can move freely in the kitchen. Hence you see me filming in the kitchen. So, and we're gonna be cooking today because yesterday we didn't get to cook, eh? And I had promised you that we're gonna cook. Hi everybody, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In this channel we talk about everything work from home while romanticizing our everyday life because we don't live our lives in isolation, baby. So yeah, I'm back. A lot has been happening. Recently I got my filming equipment damaged. Somebody drove over the back of my filming equipment because the way, people can be so negligent sometimes. So this is the situation with my filming equipment. I don't have mounts, and I'm shooting this video right now on my phone because I'm not gonna wait until I get mounts, because also they were not really up to replacing my stuff, because everything that was in the bag got damaged. My drone is damaged, my smart glasses are damaged, my sunglasses that were there in the same bag. For some reasons, I don't know how they landed there. And then my mounts, all of my mounts, 4 mounts and some sanction, you know those sanctions, they broke. And some and the mounts for the 360 camera also broke. So in my in our discussion, because I sent them, and also they didn't even acknowledge that, you know what, I did you bad, or I'm so sorry. No, they said, it was a mistake. Like, that's an expensive mistake, if we should be honest. So I later on then send them, because I had to drive from Soweto to where I stay. And then when I got here, I say, buddy, this is what happened. Like, okay, this is the picture. And then I just sent them the picture. I thought maybe they were gonna see like how bad my stuff are damaged. And then they said, oh, I didn't see. I was not seeing. Like, aningaboni, of which translate to I didn't see. So, or I couldn't see them. So I'm like, oh, okay, but then can you please replace my mount and the bag in the meantime, of which were the cheapest things that were in the bag. The stuff that I was asking for are the cheapest things in the bag. And then they said, no, that was something that happened, and I cannot be held liable. So I was like, and then who should be liable then? And there was this conversation, and then it went on and on. And at this point in time, I'm still like calm. I'm like, what I'm asking for from you is to replace the mount and the back, of which was like maybe approximately 3,000 or 2.8. Yeah. And they said no. And then I'm like, okay, sure. Now I'll have to go back. Like, so I was like, if you're not going to replace my stuff, then it will mean that we have to go through small claim court, because I'm not letting this go then. And then they said, okay, sure. They gave me a go ahead, and then I went through small claim court, and I'm still waiting for the 14 days to pass by, because they're not replying to me right now. They acknowledged the letter of demand, but then they didn't say anything in terms of like arrangements and any other thing that that they should be saying, to say, okay, they arrange the I'll be able to pay you in this interval, like every week, every month, and then this is the amount that I'll be paying you. No, there were no communications like that. So now that I'm waiting, like the amount that I'm claiming from them is like 15,300 and something, because I had to include my drone in there. And then there's stuff that I didn't, like my makeup kit that broke as well, because the bag was near other bags that also got affected by this whole situation, because it drove over my bag. And then what else? There are so many other things that I was like, okay, this is fine. I also don't want to make this thing, because some of the stuff I can just replace them, because I need them for my everyday life, But then in terms of the mounts and other stuff, I was like, yo, guys, I cannot be buying mounts. Mounts are expensive. Like, mounts are expensive. Yeah. And as much as we really don't see them as expensive, like 300 and something, there's an amount that's it's kind of like double. What do you, like, you can use it as a mount. It has a lot of like components that you can use it, like it's so flexible, of which is 700 and something. So you can think about that, like that mount broke. So I'm like, there's no way that I'm replacing mounts, guys. No. So I'm waiting for that situation to be resolved right now, so that I can be able to come back and film full time. But then I'm still gonna film. I will make a plan like right now. I'm using my ring lights and other stuff. But yeah, the thing is, I just don't have as much flexibility as I had by the time I still had my mounts. Cause, yeah, that's what happened, and that was right the night after when we got back from Mozambique. The very same night. Why am I saying the night after you? The very same night when we just got here coming from Mozambique. So yeah, it was so bad for me, and I was like, yeah, I thought maybe this is important for me to let you know, like, bruh, yeah, it's really bad. But then yeah, I guess this is gonna be a smooth one. Yeah, I also don't want to dwell much on the fact that my stuff are broken and then make excuses. I'm gonna make a plan and I'm gonna film. Yeah. What else? What else happened? I've been busy with my assessments. Doing my postgrad this year, and yeah, I've been busy with my assessments, research. I have to submit my research very soon in 2 days' time. But I feel like I just need to edit my stuff and still proofread, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I was also expecting a friend today, so I thought I was gonna take my mind off academics and off a lot of stuff that has been happening, and have like that moment. Unfortunately, she's not coming anymore because she said she's not feeling okay. And yeah, I'm still good with it, Just that I had planned that I'm gonna be indoors and we're gonna have fun indoors. But then now I'll have to change my plans. Very soon I'll be going to the mall. I'll be going to the mall to buy my dad a phone. Because when I was in Mozambique, they called me and he complained about his phone. He said his phone is one. He said you know what parents do, what parents usually do, then they complain about something so that you get to take care of that thing. That's what they did. But then it was not him, it was not my dad saying it, it was my mom saying, oh, daddy said his phone this and this and this. And I said, okay, it's fine. Because I had bought him the phone that he's now complaining about. I had bought him in 2023. Yeah. So he said, so I said, let me buy him a phone, month end. They don't even know when my month end is. So, but then I guess they will always assume as to it's like the end of the month, like literally the end of the month. So a few days after, which maybe like this week, no, last week now, my mom also said, I think, can you please give me your other phone? I'm like, guys, why? Why are you competing? Just because the other one is getting a phone, you also want another phone? Like, what's wrong with your phone? Because you just bought your phone recently. And she said, yeah, my phone freezes. And I feel like it's so hard to parent parents. Because parents have a way of like acting like kids in most instances, that when the other parent gets something, the other one also wants something. So I was like, girl, I'll have like I won't buy you a phone. But then if you're asking my other phone, I use that phone for other things. And you won't understand. And I try to explain to you that the other one I use it for editing and other stuff. The other one, when I'm in the car playing music, and I also get to attend meetings while I'm in the car with that phone. Like sometimes it's just about compatibilities of the phone, And so just like, Mar. And also the battery health of that phone. And I'm honestly not willing to let go. I'm not willing to let go, and that's the thing. And I really don't like it when I give something that belongs to me to somebody else. Not like when I feel that I'm not giving it fully, You get me? I want to give it to you because I also feel like that's the good thing to do. And like wholeheartedly, it should be the thing of like, yeah, I'm giving it to you. But then this time around, it's a whole different conversation because it's not like I'm forced. I really don't like it. But like right now, I don't know what to say to her. But I'm like, I don't feel like, because I still want to have my phone. I have not even cleaned it up. Because yesterday she asked me like, okay, what are you going to do with that? Like, how am I going to get my phone? So now I had to tell her that, oh, I'm going to send it through Pep. And then she was like, okay. So you see, now I'm obliged. But anyway, we are going to be cooking today. Gonna cook. So yesterday we didn't get to cook. Yeah. But today we have to cook because tomorrow I have a whole lot of other things to do. Like I said, my academics and other stuff. But then I don't want to keep on stressing about it because yeah, I'm only left with few months. Because September, October, November, December. Actually, November, I'm only left with 3 months. Yeah, I can do this. I don't know what's up with my mind because it's anticipating this thing to be way too hot. It's not getting warm. I experienced the same thing last time, but this thing was supposed to be on also. Did I press something? Oh. Okay. That time this thing was on. Yeah, I should do this. I got banned. My goodness. I got banned. Yeah. At least now it works. Ooh. Guys.
so good.